Hi, everyone. I'm Jared, and I currently have the opportunity to serve as president of Circular Congregational Church. A while back, we committed to sharing quarterly updates just on how things are going, both financially, which Kim will provide in just a moment, as well as overall what we're thinking about as a congregation. So I want to share a few thoughts as we move into our third quarter. Our second quarter, of course, corresponded to moment of the year, moving from Lent into Easter, and then most recently the transition into summer. This also coincided with an opportunity to celebrate those graduating or achieving educational milestones. And as we moved into summer, we did so this year with a change that was informed by a survey last year of keeping our worship time at 11 a.m. And so we've been doing that this summer to see how it goes. We've also welcomed people into our church community for Vacation Bible School under Sassy's leadership. It's an opportunity to reach younger people in our community this summer. The spring summer also is a big season for our church outside our walls or bringing community inside our walls. So that looked like engagement with the Charleston Area Justice Ministry at the Nehemiah Action and a celebration where several circular members were celebrated, including Peggy Welty on her work and turnout for CAJM. And also Spoleto, which Susan, as our events coordinator, has really brought a lot of people into our church to use our space, and that's been something that we see show up in our financials. There are two areas that I want to bring to our attention for additional involvement of the congregation, if you're interested. One is our global and community ministries work. We recently supported some work in Kenya with an entrepreneur there, but we're looking for people to help guide that work, as well as our mission fund, which is set up to support grants to help do work in the community. So if that is an area of work where you think you might be of service to what we're up to at Circular, reach out to myself, Emily, or Thomas, and be happy to have a conversation with you. Of course, the biggest news about where we're heading as a church is with the leadership transition. This quarter, at the end of it, Jeremy has announced that he'll be stepping away from the senior minister role to care for health and family, and we wish him so much love and support as he makes that transition. The two things I have to say about that here is, one, we're in good shape and we're going to be okay. So many people have come up to me offering support with the wonderful staff we have, the UCC. I think we have a lot of things going in our favor to make a really thoughtful transition. Two is we'll be in communication about this. You saw an email that was sent last week, hopefully, about what we're thinking in terms of process. And just know that we'll continue to be in conversation about this. There's going to be some moments of self-study for us as a congregation. We're also thinking about the possibility of having some interim capacity support us through this. And ultimately, it will entail a congregational vote that will help us determine our next senior leader at Circular. This could be more than a year of work ahead of us, certainly. And so all of your engagement participation will be helpful. With that, I'm going to close my time here and hand it over to Kim, who will share a little bit about where we stand financially at this point in the year. Thanks.
Hello, church friends. I'm Kim Harvey and have the privilege to be serving as the treasurer for Circular Congregational Church. Last year, we developed a budget based on pledges with the goal of investing in our staff, church programming, community, and our beautiful facilities. To achieve our aspirations for 2025, we need to ensure pledges continue to arrive and our budgeted income is met. Unfortunately, we're currently not receiving the full amount that has been pledged. Earlier this month, you should have gotten a mid-year giving report from PushPay. These reports were sent to let you know what funds have been received from you, and as a friendly reminder that we are counting on you to meet your financial commitment to the church this year. Please reach out if you haven't received a giving statement or if you believe it's not accurate. If you have questions, please contact Bonnie Bailey via email at finance@circularchurch.org. That's FINANCE@circularchurch.org. Last quarter, I mentioned the non-negotiable expense we faced to repair the elevator that serves Lance Hall. Thankfully, the elevator came back into operation in time for Spoleto and several other planned events, which enabled our rental income to increase, and we have now reached planned levels through the first half of the year. So that's great news. So how are we closing the second quarter? The good news is that we saw an improvement in giving in the last quarter, and we received about $215,000 versus a budget of $231,000. That means we hit 93% of our budget. Expenses in the second quarter also trended below, and we spent about $213,000, which is 92% of our budgeted expense. Summarizing the first half of the year, we've brought in 90% of our budgeted income, creating a shortfall of about $40,000. Thankfully, spending continues to trend below budget, which helped us enter the second half of the year with a positive revenue balance. To ensure we enable Circular to continue putting good into the world, we ask that you continue to share your passion, energy, and financial support and help us meet the budget that we had set forth for 2025. Thank you and have a great day.